Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details of this Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Duo. Today we are discussing one of the best models and best case sizes Jaeger-LeCoultre has ever made. The Reverso is iconic, but many connoisseurs, myself included, regard the 1990s Grand Tie case as the absolute all-time sweet spot for case size and proportion. A beautiful watch made in rose gold with a matching factory bracelet. This Reverso Duo is 42.2 millimeters from lug-to-lug, which is the critical measurement, 26.1 from side to side, and then 9.6 millimeters thick with a 19 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The Reverso was created in the early 1930s, launched in 1931, allegedly as a watch that was more durable for active lifestyles, with the idea being that you could flip it over and expose its solid case back to protect the glass crystal, and then when the time came to use the watch, roll it back onto its primary side to see the time. Well, as the years passed, the Reverso became less and less of a sports watch and more of a dress watch. So in the early 1990s, Jaeger-LeCoultre, having really only relaunched the Reverso in the 1980s, decided to use the rotating case as a platform for second dials, display case backs, and extra functions. And that's exactly what the 1994 Reverso Duo did. It was born in the Grand Tie case shape, so this complication, this movement, and this case are native to each other. The watch is a perfect size for my wrist, which is 16 centimeters circumference, and I know this because I've owned two Reversos in this case size. The watch wears easily. In fact, I could recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference, maybe even 13 and a half. Look at the end of the case, and now look at where my wrist is. Nowhere near the edge, even over the top, which exaggerates the width of a watch. The lugs are nowhere near the edge of my wrist, and it is quite thin. With a vaulted, rounded case flank, it'll slide easily underneath a dress cuff. The bracelet adds weight, value, and opulence, and frankly, it's a beautiful design. You can see that each individual link is sculpted and has several facets to create complex scatter patterns of light over the surface. There's an integration into the case band, and you can see the bracelet has no stiffness or flare. You can pull it 90 degrees down from the horizontal sweep of the case band if you want to wear it on a smaller wrist. It's beautifully made, and you can see on the bottom plenty of gaps to avoid pinching skin or pulling hair. And here we have removable links fixed by screws, so if you do wish to size it, you won't need a block and a punch. A jeweler's screwdriver will suffice. The clasp is a friction fit, which means it snaps shut. Perfectly suitable for a dress watch. You can see it features the JL logo for Jaeger-LeCoultre. People ask me, why isn't it Jaeger? And while I know it's a Richemont-approved pronunciation for many markets, the reality is that both Jaeger and LeCoultre are names of people and families, and Edmond Jaeger fled his native Alsace-Lorraine during the Franco-Prussian War, and he fled to Paris. I don't believe, under those circumstances, he would have pronounced it Jaeger. So, Jaeger-LeCoultre, and that is the ideal pronunciation. I'm not perfect, but I do my best. When in doubt, call it JLC. Now, the Reverso has always been a more nuanced form than people give it credit for. On the internet, it might look like a mundane rectangle, but when you see it in person, there's actually quite a bit of curvature to it. You can see how the lugs are tapered and conical and then squared off on the end, that we have these vaulted sides and gadroons, or grooves, that run all the way around. You can also see that the inside of the case and the chassis area is quite complex, featuring engine turning and then rails. And part of the teardown procedure with these is removing screws so that you can pivot these lugs up and release the case. We have spring-loaded ball-bearing pin snaps that allow the case to slot securely into place. And I have to say, when these are properly assembled by the factory, or serviced and reassembled by the factory, the snick, snap, and the tolerance is truly luxurious. It is incredibly refined and sharp. Now, we have a little pusher adjuster for the second time zone. We'll talk about that in a moment. This dial, the primary, is considered to be the more traditional. This is very similar to what a early 30s Reverso would look like. A mid 30s Reverso would have introduced the small seconds. The vertically arrayed Arabic numerals, the broadsword hands, the unique cut of the center dial, the rectangle within a rectangle within a rectangle recursive design, all very classical reverso styling elements. Now when you turn it over, you can see that the reverse is a travel time function. So not only do we have a second time zone, but we've got this little 24-hour subdial that lets us know whether we're looking, for example, at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. So you can see here, primary dial is pointing to 2 on the nose, and well, that's 1400, so that is 2 p.m. We'll do a quick loom shot so you can see the luminescence. The travel time side has always been luminescent, the idea being in the diminished light of a aircraft cabin, you would be able to read that travel time dial. One interesting feature that may not sound that impressive until you consider what it means is that these are 30 meters water resistant. People always ask about the back. There's the back. But the fact is there are over 50 parts to this case. So before the 1980s, no Reverso ever had any water resistance. And this has 30, which given the number of moving parts is incredible. The Grand Tie case. It was originally introduced for the 60th anniversary Reverso in 1991, the 60e, and then in 1994, the Reverso Duo with 2 faces used the Grand Tie case. So inside is that original reference 854 movement that came out in 1994. It's shaped and sized for the case, manual wind, 3 Hertz, 21 joules, 45-hour power reserve, and it has the dual independent time zones. If you wish to index the travel time independently, use the push adjuster. Otherwise, you set the front and the back, and they remain synchronized. You could see internally the hallmarks as well as the JLC maker's mark on the case. One of the great Reversos of all time, the Duo, and one of the great Reverso cases of all time, the Grand Tie. Now, while it's not exactly the magic ratio of 1.618 or 1.619, it is very, very close, and I find that so-called golden section or golden ratio comes closest to being realized in the Grand Tie, among other models, is a very small circle of Reverso models that do preserve something close to that ideal that has guided the design of the great Reverso aesthetics of all time, and this is part of that family. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.